For our sample problem number 7, we have a tank 4.85 square meters and 2-meter high is filled with water and is fitted with a sharp edge orifice, 60 millimeters in diameter on its base, and coefficient of discharge is 0.61. Determine the time taken for the level in the tank to fall from 2 meters to 0.5. So from full to 0.5 na lang ang depth. So ito yung ating H1, while this, so square meter na, take note of the unit. So ito naman yung ating AS. So dito kay part A, ang ating H2 ay magiging 0.5. So for part B naman, if the water is now admitted to the tank at a rate of 99 Newton per second. So binigay dito is yung ating weight flow rate. So meron ka na daw discharge na pumapasok. Or basically meron tayong inflow dun sa ating tank. Calculate the rate at which the surface will be rising when the depth of water in the tank is 1 meter. So dito pala kailangan nating hindi naman exactly calculus, no? Pero basically, ang tinatanong dito, rate at which nagbabago yung depth dun sa loob ng tank. So that's R. So change in height over change in time. So dH over dt ang tinatanong dito kay part B. And then for part C, how long will it take before the tank stop discharging? So pag sinabing mag-stop na siya sa pagde-discharge, basically wala nang laman yung tank natin. And this happens if our H2 is equal to 0. Okay? So palit lang ako ng kulay para masakit sa mata yung red. So we have a tank na binigay na yung area. So ang area na ito is AS is equal to 4.85 square meter. So meron niyang lamang water. So ito yung ating water surface. And then ang height ng ating tank is 2 meter. So filled siya, so puno siya ng tubig. And meron tayong orifice dun sa base niya. So dito lumalabas yung water. Okay? So ang size ng orifice naman na to, that's 60 millimeter in diameter. And then ang kanyang CD or coefficient of discharge is 0.61. Okay? So I think yun na yung mga given natin, no? So for part A, tinatanong the time. So time ang hinahanap wherein yung H1 magiging H2. So ang H1 natin is 2 meters, no? Ito yung ating H1. Tapos ang ating H2 magiging 0.5 siya. Okay? So using our formula ulit na derived na for time to change from H1 to H2. So that's 2AS. So 2AS. Siguro substitute na natin, no? So balikan nyo na lang yung exact na formula natin. Pero this is 2 times AS. So ang AS natin, given na siya. That's 4.85. Divided by, ang C natin is 0.61. Multiply natin ng area of the orifice. So pi over 4 times 0.06 squared multiplied by square root of 2g. So 19.62. Then all of this we multiply by square root ng H1. So ang H1 natin is 2 minus square root ng H2 na 0.5. So time is equal to, this is 897.811 seconds. So this is our answer for part A. So punta tayo kay part B. So next slide na lang, no? For part B, meron kang QN or not actually QN 'no, meron kang weight flow rate na pumapasok, which is equivalent to 99 Newton per second. So dito, remember that weight flow rate is equal to gamma times Q. Therefore, ang ating Q equal siya kay weight over gamma. So convert na lang muna natin itong si weight flow rate natin in terms of the volume flow rate. So ang ating magiging Qin equal ngayon siya kay 99 Newton per second divided by 9810 Newton per cubic meter. So para maging cubic meter per second ito. So this is equal to 0.01 cubic meter per second. So yan yung discharge or yung ating pinaka-inflow. So ang tinatanong, dH over dt. Now, to solve for the dH over dt, kailangan nating bumalik dun sa isang formula. Actually, meron naman tayong derivation last time, no? Pero, check nyo na lang yung part na dt is equal to as dH equal to Qin minus Qout. So, kailangan natin yung version kasi na merong Qin minus Qout kasi meron na tayong value ng Qin. So, di ba dun sa derivation natin, para makompute etong t na ito, so yung formula na ito, di ba in-assume natin na 0 yung pumapasok na discharge. So, pero for this part B, meron kasing value. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-meet. So, kung wala sana ito, so ito na yung in-integrate nyo para makompute yung formula na ginamit natin doon kay part A. Pero dito, ang concern kasi natin, kailangan mahanap si dH over dt. So, from this equation alone, pwede naman natin siyang ma-express na, no? So, si dt, lagay mo sa ilalim dito, tapos si Qin minus Qout, lagay mo dito sa taas. Tapos si AS, lagay mo din dito sa ilalim. So, cross-multiply and cross-divide lang, no? Basically, we're trying to extract yung dH over dt. And this is equal to, tanggalin ko yung bilog na to kasi tatamaan. So, Qin minus Qout over AS. So, this is our formula for dH over dt. Okay? So, let's try to find etong Qout. Kasi si Qin, binigay na. Ito yon 0.01 cubic meter per second. Si AS ay binigay na rin, no? That's 4.85. So, to solve for dH over dt, we need to solve for the value ng Qout. So, si Qout natin, we have formula for actual discharge, di ba? So, actual na ang gagamitin natin kasi meron namang binigay na coefficient. So, this is C, AO, or area ng orifice, square root of 2GH. So, this is 0.61. Area ng orifice, pi over 4, ang diameter niya ay 0.06 or 60 millimeters. Then, square root of 2G, 19.62. So, ano naman ang H na gagamitin natin? So, dito, sabi, tinatanong yung dH over dt when the depth of water in the tank is 1 meter. Ibig sabihin, what's this value? Or ano yung value ng dH over dt na yan when H2 is equal to 1 meter. So, di ba initially kasi 2 meters? So, tinatanong niya ano yung value ng dH over dt kapag 1 meter na lang. Ibig sabihin, nabawasan, naging 1 meter na lang yung ating H2. Okay, so yun yung gagamitin nating H dito. So, 1 meter. So, we have a Q out when H is 1 meter na equal to 0.008 cubic meter per second. Okay? So, meron na tayo nung lahat ng kailangan natin dito. So, let's try to substitute na lang. This is 0.010 minus 0.008 divided by 4.85 na AS. So, we have dH over dt na equal to, so, gawin nyo lang 5 decimal, no, kasi medyo maliit yung value nito. Knowing na Yung difference pa lang nung numerator natin sobrang liit na tapos di-divide mo pa. So this is 0.00041. So change in height, that's in terms of meters. Change in time, pwede natin siya express in terms of seconds. So para siyang velocity, no? Pero yan kasi ay change in time or change in height with respect to the change in time. So meter per second ang unit natin for part B. Okay? And then for part C, how long will it take before the tank stop discharging? So tinatanong time. So ganito, babalik lang ulit tayo sa ganitong equation. Wherein for part C, so kasya naman siguro siya dito. So yung H1 na 2 meters magiging H2 na 0. So wala nang laman. So mag-stop nang magkaroon ng discharge dun sa ating orifice. Syempre kung wala na siyang madi-discharge or wala nang laman na tubig yung ating tank. So the time required for this one, that's 2 AS, 4.85 divided by 0.61 pi over 4 times 0.06 squared, square root of 19.62, square root of 2 na H1 minus square root of H2 na 0. So the time is equal to, so we have 1795.622 seconds. So this is our answer for problem number 7.